Hello? Ahoy hoy, and a new week begins. How are we doing? Welcome once again to the court of the Edijester. Bit of a roundup for you today, but before we do, please do become a warrior teacher. Come and join us in September. Still need the numbers. Come on! Warriors of the future. Come help me out and join the team. Other than that, please subscribe to my Substack, buy me a coffee, the usual stuff before we start. This is by way of a small roundup, a mini roundup. So I effectively have 3 issues or 3 things to have a look at today. And we'll start with the one that requires you to do something. Yes, not much, admittedly, but to do something. There is a group of people working in New Zealand. We don't go there very often. The land of the Kiwi. And in this particular case, we're talking about the birds, not the fruits. Because they're called lesbian resistance. Sorry. I apologise unreservedly to you and your family. And any damage that has been caused by my referring to you as birds. But we're talking about lesbian resistance in New Zealand. And they produced a brilliant 30-minute video that I think you'll find interesting. And sometimes it's easy to forget that there are other countries, because the big news generally comes out of America or the UK, but we'd like to see real headway being made in New Zealand. So I put the link for that downstairs. Do give it a look. Very well done. And please do, if you would, share it from the YouTube onto various social media platforms to give them a bit of traction so they can start to get their message out and start to grow their presence. That's the New Zealand lesbian resistance. So if you could do that, I'd be really grateful. That's the first thing. The second thing is a really weird post from Peter Tatchell. Very odd chap now. Done some work in the past, but at the moment, hello. Something not quite right with our Pete right now. Don't know what he's playing at, silly beggar. So there's some very weird stuff that's come off of him, and I thought we'd have a quick word about that. And then you can go and have a look yourself, really, because he's put this utterly bizarre picture of himself with the word non, ! On his hand. It's not written, it's just put on there by PowerPoint or something. But what he says in his tweet is this. Okay, come on. Explain it to me in the not the Dubris comments, all right? I'll put the link in the Dubris. Equal LGBT plus rights are not enough. Right? So, okay. I'm confused. Equal LGBT plus rights are not enough. Equality is not queer liberation. No gay man is interested in queer liberation, Pete. I don't want to be equal within an unjust, flawed society. That would means equal injustice. I think he did this for his best. Liberation means changing the status quo, not conforming to it. Do you agree? What status quo is he talking about? It's most peculiar. And then he's put up a video, which you can, click on the Dubris to do first and go and have a look at the old video, which is on the YouTubes, and it's from 7 years ago, from something called the Festival of Debate in Sheffield by the Peter Tatchell Foundation. I don't get what he's doing here, he says. That's me. And then I suddenly realised why he's doing it. You may have noticed, if you are a follower, a denizen, a supporter thereof, of the Edijester, that I did a video the other day about the Keeping Children Safe in Education documentation, in which they separated the T off the LGB. It's my theory that that's why he's doing this. He's trying to reframe it so we can go, no, it's not nothing to do with LGBT. It's now queer. It's now queer this and queer that. We know what queer means. We're not doing it here. Sorry. I may be wrong, but you have a thunk, and you let me know whether you think I'm right or wrong in the comments. I think he's doing it because you can see the writing on the wall. Lesbians and gays and bisexuals have got nothing to do with the T or the Q. He sees the writing on the wall, and that's why I think he's doing it. That's like the second subject for today. So we've had Kiwi birds, not the fruits. We've had Tatchell, who's, twatting around with the word queer. Now, let's take a look at what's going on at the BMA. Because I did a video about the BMA the other day. This is quite extraordinary. After, not after my video, but after there was a leak about what they were planning to do in order to, try and bring down caste, which I think was being driven by the co-chairs, one of the lads I covered and another one, that they were attempting to, in essence, bring down caste in terms of attacking the caste review, which we know is a very solid review. They now appear to have gone on a witch hunt to try and find out who it was that leaked the actual details of their plan to disavow caste. What a strange thing to do. Don't you find that strange? So we've got that for you as well. Links down in the doobies. And it says here, it's in the Guardian UK. And the headline is, Transgender! Witch hunt. BMA tries to identify who leaked planned opposition to caste review. The British Medical Association has been accused of undertaking a witch hunt to try to identify which senior figure leaked that it was set to oppose the landmark caste review on transgender healthcare. So you know that we've got the one side, you've got that sort of nutty 21-year-old bloke who, flaps on about nothing. That flapdoodle of a doctor who's just done a weird humanities course. But it says here that the BMA has warned its ruling council 69 members, though whoever tipped off the media about its stance should own up or face their non-cooperation being seen as an act of dishonesty. Critics said its action is disgraceful, Orwellian and witch hunt-like. I mean, it's absolutely Orwellian. It's completely witch hunt territory. They haven't gone, right, we might have this wrong. They've gone, who has betrayed us? Viva brings them to justice. That's what they've done. Get them in here. Let's have them. Go on, scab. It's just insane behaviour. But it's the kind of thing the left do, isn't it? Because they're all lefty liberal lunatics. The union has been in turmoil ever since the dismissal of the report, as unsubstantiated, has led to a serious split, resignations and huge tension within the body that represents about 195,000 doctors, a large majority of UK medical professionals. The New Statesman revealed on the 16th of July that the council was going to discuss a motion recommending that the union disavow the caste report. Now, there's this person called Rachel Podlock, Rachel Podolak, I think it's called. It's very difficult to pronounce. The union's joint chief executive has added to what some leading BMA figures have said is a climate of fear within it over the toxic subject of caste by telling council members that an investigation into the leak had been launched and that the culprits should reveal themselves. So this Rachel Podolak, right? She's got her knickers in a twist. She's got, right, who did it? Come on! Right, if you don't own up, wait till your father gets home. It's all that kind of toxic parental stuff that the left carry out. And she's doing the same thing. Have a look. It's in the Guardian. Which is almost as bad as the Daily Fail. Go and have a look. It's right. So it's in the Guardian. Go and have a look. So there you go. There you have it. Let's give some support to the Kiwis. Lesbian resistance. Let's try and understand what the hell Tatchell's playing at, when in fact what I think he's playing at is trying to reframe the whole damn thing so that he can come out the other end still looking like an activist rather than a twat. And then we have the Guardian article about the BMA, who appear to have gone into an internal witch hunt to find out who it was that betrayed them in the face of actual medical facts that were interested in the patient. Yep, everything normal here. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.